Hi, welcome back to another video. Okay, this is gonna be part of the let's ramble about like whatever thing. I haven't done one in a while, but that's simply because I tried making a script for it until I realized that scripts are for fucking losers. So we're just gonna freeball this. I do have my points in my head. So let's see where we go with this. This is a topic I really wanted to talk about for like a long time, which is gonna be dispatch, because I didn't personally play the game, but I saw other people playing the game, and Loki fell in love with it. It was genuinely so refreshing. I want to know how to describe it. So we're gonna go over what I think what dispatch does good, what dispatch does bad, which is a fundamental part of it, I do say, and hopes for the future because season 2 is allegedly coming, which is fucking awesome. And I'm gonna try to draw while I think. That's fucking incredible. That's multitask here, right? Oh my god, I haven't digitally drawn in a while. I've been like lately doing more traditional. But I could draw. I could do it. I could dabble. I need to get my glove. What the fuck? Where's my glove? There it is, there's my glove. Found it. Okay, let's start with the good. Let's start glazing this motherfucker. I love Dispatch. And I understand its criticisms, but I love Dispatch. I like when Telltale Games was out with The Walking Dead, I fell in love with it. Like I love this so much. I rewatch the series every single time. I watch it with my favorite YouTuber, and then we can you fucking move, please? Oh wait. Oh fuck. My pen isn't charged. Okay, so fuck it. This is not gonna be a drawing video. This is gonna be a let's play a game because my dumbass forgot to charge my thing. That's what not fucking drawing digitally does to a motherfucker. Fuck, I haven't played this game in a while. Shit, medieval? How do I move? Yes, haha, I figured fucking it out. Okay, medieval. Okay. So the thing about Okay, so the thing about Dispatch that I really like is the fact that the characters, the Robert Robertson, I already think is a really good character. A lot of people complain that he's a whatchamacallit. What are the sandals? He's a very he's very not gooner bait, one-dimensional. Like I see complaints being like, oh, he always knows what to say. He always knows what to do. Shit like that. I can't play this game. Okay, on God. Final switch. I just needed something that I can do brain dead. Okay. Let's get into it. Okay, so basically, a lot of people are complaining about Robert Robertson's personality being like very general, just so he can fit like the lonely male population. And honestly, I see why, but I feel like there's a difference of catering to the lonely man population versus being a lonely man yourself. Because essentially he is a lonely man. Like he is like his dad is dead. Did you not see his apartment? Did none of y'all see his fucking apartment? It's literally nothing. He doesn't even have a mattress due to the fact that he threw it in a trash can. Just in case if he dropped that guy, the guy wouldn't like get fall damage. I don't know, right? So I feel like it's within his character. I feel like other lonely man's like type of shit. It's like it insists upon itself. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, look at every single isekai anime, like fucking ever. Look at fucking Sword Art Online. I fucking hate Sword Art Online. Genuinely, that was a bane of my existence. However, I think Robert Robertson is a lonely man done well. And now, I do admit there is some choices in the game that irk me a little bit, but we'll get to that soon. Next, characters. Holy fuck, I love the characters. I love the dynamic between them. And, I just wish we got more of that in a way. I'm gonna go on this. I wish we got more of that in a way. I think the characters are very well done, and many people are going to I'm not gonna even question that. Many people are gonna complain about Invisigal's personality. Dare I say, she was really good. I think she was well written. I think her character herself is well written. And you might be asking, why the fuck would you say that? She's an immature, selfish bitch who has like doesn't know what like love is and mistakes everything like for sexual like pleasure. And I'm gonna say to that, hell yeah, that's her character. And I genuinely find it really fucking compelling. I find that her story arc, at least her backstory, making her feel undecided, like decisive. I hope I'm using this right. I just feel like that her character being an immature bitch is really good and actually is perfect for the narrative of the whole story. Not narrative, the purpose of like the Phoenix program, because the Phoenix program is supposed to be redeeming villains, or at least redeeming like bad guys. Because let's be fucking for real, Sonar only committed tax evasion while Coop is there for literal murder. So it really just depends. However, it's there to redeem people who've done wrong in the past. She is doing wrong. She keeps doing wrong. But the whole point of the Phoenix program is for her to do right. So of course she's gonna be an immature bitch. No one talks about Madevola being like... I don't know what she did actually, low-key. I have no idea. Sonar is just there. Why is he not just in a prison? Like, honestly, like... I would expect the people in the Phoenix program are people who like legit like committed murders, kidnapping, stalking, shit like that. Like Coop. Coop deserves to be in there. And she deserves redemption. I really love Coop. Coop's gotta be one of my favorite characters. I just hope I just wish we got more of her. And we'll get back to that on why we didn't get more of her and why we didn't get more of everyone else. However, what we did get was awesome. Like, the character moments between the people were so... I think it was pretty good. For example, depending on who you choose to let go is the person that literally like trolls you on your computer. For example, if you let go of Sonar, then it's gonna be like Manevola being a little bitch to you and putting like bat screeching noises at you. And it's like pretty cool. And then if you let go of Coop, then Punch Up is gonna put like a literal porn on your computer, by the way. Which is significantly worse in my opinion. However, it still shows that they have a connection to... We have fall damage? It shows that there's still a connection between the characters, and I really like that. As well, the bar fight scene, the interaction between Flambe and Robert are fucking priceless. Like, my name is Robert and I'm a bitch. My name is Robert and who's a bitch? I really like that. And the bar scene really ties it up all together about... It just felt real. Earthquake, got you. No, please, please, please. This is not just an earthquake. This is literal, like, fucking shake. But anyways, I honestly just think the character interactions and the characters themselves are really good. Blonde Blazer, Phenomenon, even the little that we get of some characters versus others, I feel like it was really good. And I hope in season 2 we get more elaborations. Furthermore, the universe is very OCable, if that makes sense. I think, like, when you make media, to make it extreme, like, to have a fandom in it, you're gonna need to have, like, some kind of, like, OC self-insert motherfuckers. And that's how you know, like, how popular something is. Like, look at Harry Potter with the systems. Holy fuck. Yeah, people are gonna be making OCs. People are gonna be like, oh, you a Ravenclaw? Oh, you a Gryffindor? Oh, you a bitch Hufflepuff? Yeah. It's perfect. The world building in there is amazing. And due to the fact that Dispatches like literally confirms demons, literally confirms alien people, literally confirms a fucking bat, dude, anything goes. Legit, anything goes. I made my own little self-insert, which I think is really cool. And I generally have so much fun interacting with other self-inserts. It's just OCable, and that's where like a good amount of the popularity can come from. And I think the world's pretty good. I wish we got more into it. Me and a buddy were talking about how there could be like other oh my god, SDNs. Like, for example, like, you know, oh my god, you know those stupid ass fucking shows where it's like, oh, Brooklyn 99, New York 911 or some shit like that. Like shit like that. I think there's like an SDN like Miami, SDN New York. There's already an SDN Los Angeles, SDN Las Vegas. Like, think about it. The opportunities are endless. People can make their own SDNs and put their own LCs within another major city. And why stop in America? SDN Tokyo, SDN Moscow, SDN England, the fuck? Oh, I mean, it probably wouldn't be called SDN, but I'm pretty sure other people have their own, like, agencies in the universe due to the fact that this is a company that gets an ad for it. So that means there has to be other ones out there that people can make. Like, there is blanks, but it's not like plot hole blanks. I'll get to that in a minute. It's not like, what the fuck is it? It's a volcano or landslide. It's not like it's like a, oh no, we need to know the other SDNs if there is any, or what about the other companies? No, 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 you make that up yourself. Have fun. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about like dispatch there. What is this avalanche? Oh, I'm already up here. Fuck you. What the fuck are you doing there? Who's dead? But I really do. I just like it. I just like it. Like I said, Coop was probably my favorite, and unfortunately, she got like, I want to stay inside. She got like fucking nerfed because we had to either let go of her and Sonar. And I'll get to that plot hole in a minute. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get to that plot hole now. I already talked about the good. I think is an enjoyable story that people can get behind and really engage with. That's what I think. Now, let's get to the fucking bullshit that I just had to tolerate. Oh my god, please, no. No, please. No, no, fuck! Fuck! Are you serious? Oh, never mind, I live. Ah! Oh my god, look at my health bar. Okay, let's get to the bad. Like this. Okay. Plot hole number 1. Whole point of the Phoenix program? To redeem people, right? Why the fuck do we need to let go of Sonar Coop? And then Blonde Blazer like phrases it like, oh, we need to show them a lesson. Oh, this whole program is the lesson. Like, duh. And as well, like, I feel like this could have been handled better. I honestly think that if they put within the programming, like, why Sonar and Coop too? Because some people like will be sending out Sonar and some people will be sending out Coop more during that little period, and they still be one of the people that's lowest on the board. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like matching up to what the character was doing in game. So that was something that annoys me, but I understand that I guess programming every single character to have their own little boss fight at the end is tedious. So yeah, okay, whatever. But then it's the Phoenix program. Why the fuck are you letting these guys go? You're letting a whole ass criminal out there. You know what? You let Coop out there? I think Sonar, bro. Okay, between Sonar. Oh my god, wait. Between Sonar and Coop, I think realistically, I think Sonar had to be let go. As much as I love Sonar, he did not commit a that much of a crime compared to Coop. Coop, I feel like needs to stay in the Phoenix program. If not, she can do some real damage. Fucking the Harvard graduate, I'm dead. The fucking Harvard graduate, he just committed tax evasion. He didn't do much. Like, go out there, go pay rent, go get a job. I know this is his job, but again, why, if the whole point of the program is to redeem people, why the fuck would you let them go like that? Like, genuinely. So stupid. And like, what else I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I'm trying to like revert back to like other shit too. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Now we're just gonna have some trouble with the narrative. Remember when I said, I didn't. Okay. Am I dead now? Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Remember how I said that, that I wish we got more of the characters? You wanna know why we didn't get more of the characters? Because for some fucking reason... what are you doing? Because for some fucking reason... I'm so done with this game. I I don't know why the story was so focused on romance. I I really don't especially with okay, let's start it off. Let's do the question. Let's do this. Invisigal or Blonde Blazer? In a perfect world, I'd say Coop. But this is not a perfect world due to the fact that this game turned out the way it did. Um I would have chose between the two. I personally would have chosen like none of them. I'll tell you why. But between the two, it would have had to been Blonde Blazer. People who choose Invisigal, I don't feel like you understand why she's not a good option or a healthy option. You need to realize that you're playing as Robert Robertson, and that bitch is your pupil. You are her supervisor. You are her mentor into redeeming herself. You need to realize who the fuck you're working with. You're working with people who may not be in the right mind, and it's your judgment and it's your like responsibility to guide them to redemption. I'm not saying they couldn't have a romance later on, but their romance felt forced considering the narrative, especially with the constant fucking harassment from Invisigal. There's a debate online saying like, oh, if the roles were reversed, then fucking Roberta is going to jail. Wait, not Roberta. Robert's going to jail. And I say, hell yeah. Dude, the shit that Invisigal does is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's start it off. You meet her. She, first off, you're changing and she's in the room. You know what? I find that really funny. Okay, that's fine. We don't know her character. We know she's a sneaky little bitch and she just kind of just does her own thing. Right? Whatever. Then it just starts getting weird. She's causing mischief and stuff, and I feel like in the first like I think 2 episodes, it's been a while since I reviewed this, so like forgive my like misinformation here. Survivor, well, we didn't even play a game. So excuse my misinformation here. I think that for 2 episodes it was chill. She was being like a rage baiter, and obviously I understand if she's the focus. I don't mind if she was the focus, really. I don't. Especially in like the grandma like hunt scene. I think it's really funny how like the interactions between Robert and her were talking about, hey, I'm banned from this place, and like, what the fuck you mean you're banned? And I think it's really funny. But like the constant sexual harassment, like sexual comments too, I honestly think it's okay. And you might be wondering, what the fuck are you talking about? I think it's okay simply because people will learn from that. Remember, she's a damaged individual who doesn't know any better. As your mentor, as her mentor, it's your job to guide her in the right direction. Like, you don't like. So this kind of behavior is expected. I don't expect her to be perfect off the bat. I don't expect it. You know what? Okay. And another thing too, was the sex scene really necessary? Like, I really don't know what that sex scene really did to the story. It honestly was just a waste of like 5 minutes. Like that's probably the worst thing I've ever seen in this whole thing. It's probably my least favorite scene. It's useless, it does nothing, and it's for gooner bait. That's what I feel like Invisigal was painted as, even though she could have been an amazing character. And she still is, depending on what ending you choose, in my opinion. Like, her being overly sexual with Robert is as the person because he believed in her. Okay, let me rephrase the sentence. It was a little confusing. Being overly sexual with Robert was not the issue. It is an issue, yes, but it's not the narrative issue. It's a character conflict issue. No. The issue is that I have with this story is the option to choose her as a romantic companion. Again, you are her mentor. You are trying to redeem her. Why the fuck do you need to romance her to do that? That's fucking ridiculous. It's like, okay, you know what? Better said. If you have ever watched Gravity Falls, you probably know this scene. But if you don't, I'm gonna still explain it regardless. There was a scene where I think Wendy, the ginger, breaks up with her boyfriend for being a douche. Like, he did something and then Dipper exposes that, the douchiness. And what Dipper does is that he tries to hop on that. Like, being like, so, you want to go do something later? Or, and then she gets pissed. She gets like, oh my god, all you men are the same. You guys can't leave me fucking alone. And then he realizes that, damn, that was kind of a dick move. Because who saves another person? Who gives advice to another individual for the sole purpose of getting something for themselves? It's selfish. Like, beyond belief. And I understand you need to be selfish, like, at times. However, this is like a type of selfish where it feels like you have control over the situation, and that you choose what happens, and you're just doing it not because you care about that person, but because you just want you just want that goth pussy on God. And that's my problem with Invisigal. That's what it feels like. It feels like fucking Robert Robertson is now, like, depending on the player, is only choosing her just to get that goth pussy. Like, really. I wanna go on the train. Oh. Oh, is it a snowstorm? Fuck. But anyways, I think, of course, they still give you the option not to choose either Blonde Blazer or Invisigal, which I think is pretty good, thank you. But the fact that Invisigal is still a choice, it just irks me. And because she's a choice, you know what that means? She gets more time as a character. So that means we have to deal with more of this bullshit, and then we gotta deal with people on fucking YouTube choosing her and being like, Invisigal, no! It's a terrible choice! Do you understand? She's unstable, she's not ready for a relationship, and you might be thinking, oh, you can't decide that for her. Bitch, I know her! As her mentor, I see her that she's not ready for a relationship. And the reason why she even wants a relationship in the first place is because you were nice to her. What kind of fucking foundation is that? Look, we can get into philosophies and what is romance or what is like why not her, like, you know, and shit like that. But I'm just telling you guys, like, she is literally mentally deranged. She's just not ready. And then the story pushes her on you all the damn time. It almost feels like the story's sexually harassing you versus her. Right? Because then there's the sex scene that's like, what, a good 2 minutes long? Holy shit, like, really 2 minutes long. Another is her going to the boys' bathroom and telling Robert specifically that, oh, I had a sex dream about you. And again, I think this behavior is okay. This is a character, like, saying it. But then when you really look into the story, everything keeps adding up, and it's like, damn, bitch, you really want us to choose Invisigal. I think there was sweet scenes between Invisigal and Robert. For example, choosing dinner between Invisigal and Blonde Blazer. If you go with Invisigal and get her like some Sour Patch, you guys chilled. It felt like a mentor being there for his student. And it was nice. It was cute. I loved that. But then it just got more sexual. Like, dude, chill. Wasn't like that for Blonde Blazer, but yet again, I only watched somebody who did the Invisigal romance route. And we're gonna get to the locker scene in a minute. Let me just talk about Blonde Blazer. It's been Invisigal. Let's talk about Blonde Blazer. Honestly, the reason why I say she's a better choice due to the fact that she seems to have more emotional empathy. I don't know what to call it. She's more emotionally stable. She feels like a character that knows what she's doing and talking about. And I'm not saying that you can't have your own little insecurities in a relationship and have those people, like, help with those insecurities. Like, don't get me wrong. But her insecurity is small. And if you're the rebound, and it really is avalanche, avoid the path of snow. Oh, shit. It shouldn't be too high then. Like I was saying, Blonde Blazer she seems like a responsible adult woman with her issues. Invisigal seems like a person who really, 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 really needs help. You know, so that's why I say Blonde Blazer, bro. Because like Blonde Blazer or neither of them. Because you're still being a rebound for Blonde Blazer. Doesn't mean it can't go anywhere, whatever. Right? Just depends on what you want in the relationship. Whatever. This is a game, 6-7. So I honestly think, yeah, Blonde Blazer. She's a responsible woman who has her issues, who has her insecurities, who has her doubts. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real, like low-key, this is just a pet peeve, I'm nitpicking at this point. When Blonde Blazer reveals herself as like Manny, I think that was her name. I just felt like they could have done a little bit more with her character design. As Blonde Blazer, she already changes her height, by the way. I just want to let you know. So I thought it would have been really cute if she was like unconventionally attractive. Not unconventionally, like just unconventionally like looks and shit like that. Like she didn't have an idea. She didn't have that muscular body type, or maybe she's more scrawny or more chubby. Her hair is a little bit more tangled, maybe more messy. Put her on some glasses that don't fit her face, and then it's like it shows that she's hiding behind a jewel. She's hiding behind those powers just to give like an impression that she has it all together. But to you, she reveals it, and it's much more emotional, much more sentimental compared to Invisigal telling that she had a sex dream about you last night. I'm telling you right now, if you chose Invisigal, like, what the fuck? Did you even think about it, or were you too busy thinking with your dick? Like genuinely. I want to get on the Ferris wheel. I really like Ferris wheels, actually. We got a Ferris wheel here in town at times, and I get to see downtown of the city from the Ferris wheel, and I think it's really nice. I think it's better in the sunset time too, so can't wait to be there. Be there, but be square, but be fair. But yeah, I look away for 2 seconds. So yeah, I honestly think that Invisigal is a terrible pick. Now, being friends with Invisigal, I think that's better. If you manage to be her friend, I feel like that has more of an emotional impact on her rather than you going for her advances. Because it shows that you know that she's going for your advances. Fuck are you? She knows that she's going for, you know that she's going for your advances, yet you deny them. However, you're still friends with her. It shows her that she doesn't need to be sexual or intense just so you can like her, or to you to show affection to her. It shows that you're, no matter what, you're still there. And I felt like taking the friend route with Invisigal is a much better option, just to show that. Because, and as well, like I feel like, and again, it's Invisigal and Blonde Blazer, Invisigal and Blonde Blazer, but it's never. Well, how's the other gang doing? We're so focused on them that they're reacting to Invisigal bullshit rather than being themselves. I feel like the bar fight, perfect. I felt like it demonstrated a lot of people's character in such a subtle way. Prism, Flambe, Invisigal, Robert. Like, literally. And now, I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm actually not gonna leave yet. I'm just gonna say this question. Why Invisigal or Blonde Blazer? Why not Invisigal X Blonde Blazer? Hell yeah. No, I'm joking, by the way. It'll still be, like, really bad. Maybe in the later season, they could have done, like, Invisigal development, and then you fall in love with her, and you see that she's a little bit more emotionally mature enough. But they fucked it up at this part, but whatever, right? Oh my god, I was gonna say more. I feel like I would say more. We'll think about it later. We're still playing this game. Still have like 30 minutes, so we'll see what happens. I personally think that... Oh, hopes for season 2. Right. Okay. Hopes for season 2? I know I was bitching the entire time about Invisigal or Blonde Blazer, but just for the fans, I feel like there should be 2 more options. And I think those 2 more options should be men. We already had 2 women. Let's get 2 men on this. I'm thinking either Waterboy, Phenomenon, or Flambe. Either from those 2. I think Flambe. I feel like Flambe has more chemistry with Robert than literally anybody. Like in other than like in Invisigal and like Blonde Blazer. If you meet Blonde Blazer, why does it give you the option to kiss her, bro? Like it just pissed me off. Like the narrative is pushing a romance when I don't feel like this should be about romance. It should be about redemption. Romance is not redemption. I hate it. I really do hate it. Anyways, I feel like it should be Flambe, Waterboy, or Phenomenon. Why those three? Okay, Flambe, we already know they're arch rivals. Everybody loves a good enemies to lovers. Enemies to kind of buddies to good buddies to lovers. Right? Waterboy, I think it's really silly about Waterboy. Like, again, I just remembered something. We are so deep into this Invisigal or Blonde Blazer bullshit that I saw Waterboy tweak the fuck out at a vending machine, and I low-key said, we didn't get more of that? I need to see more Waterboy tweak out scenes. I need to see Waterboy screaming fuck at the top of his lungs. I need him to show more personality other than timid, because holy crap, did I really like that scene for his, oh my god. Really like that scene for his character. I genuinely believed, and then other stuff too, like Phenomenon kissing Robert because he doesn't know about people. Actually, you know what? Maybe Phenomenon isn't the best romance character. No, I feel like it could be the best, like a pretty good romance character, depending. I just don't know, like, I don't like how they handle Invisigal. Also, she's 27. People keep saying this. I'm a broken record, and I'm just gonna keep repeating it too. I feel like I thought Invisigal was 17. I'm gonna be so deadass. I thought, like, when I saw her, she's like, yeah, that's definitely a motherfucker who dropped out of high school and tried doing college, but didn't work. 21 the max, but like, no, bro. And shit like that. So that's why, like, when the romance was happening, I was like, that's oh, where's your high school degree? But yeah, like, that's why. But another thing is that Phenomenon doesn't know how, like, people work and stuff like that, and I think it's really funny how he says our genitals are not compatible. What the fuck? But the point is, I think Phenomenon will be a pretty good option due to the fact that he's still learning, and I think he could really learn about, like, people while, like, falling in love with, like, Robert, and Robert falling in love with him. I think it's really cute. Don't get me wrong. Flambe, again, enemies to lovers. I could see a good mix into there. I see it. And then Waterboy, I just feel like Waterboy gets more confidence, and then floating head. Waterboy gets more confidence, and it's like, holy zam. It's these choices are definitely more for the fans, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they made more sense. You know what, I'm gonna just say it. Any ship in this whole thing, as long as it's done right, can be awesome. Mandevilla x Robert, okay. Sonar x Robert, okay. Coop x Robert, okay. Punch Up x Robert, okay. It could have been amazing if it was written better. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe in a perfect world, Invisigal x Robert was written better in the narrative itself. And then I would be in a video praising the ship praising not the ship, the canonness of it, because of, like, I just really liked it. But no. The whole point of the Phoenix program is about redemption. And it's about forgiving what other people do to you and what they've done already. That's why I would have kept choosing the option to forgive Invisigal. But the reward of redemption isn't a romantic interest. It's a companion. Someone that you love that isn't in sexual behavior or romanticness. I don't know. I'm fucking speaking out of my ass, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. And again, that's why I really hate the narrative for Invisigal. I don't hate Invisigal. I understand what she was doing in that locker room. I understand what she was doing. Like, she is essentially a child who doesn't know better, and it's your job as a mentor to teach her, not piss her. Pisses me off to promote. That's why fucking Blonde Blazer's a better option. Like, sure, maybe you're a fucking rebound. I'm gonna go on the carousel. Fuck you guys, basic. Carousel. That's why I choose Blonde Blazer, because like I said before, she's just a woman with issues. Who doesn't have her issues? Who doesn't has issues? But her issues are just, oh, Invisigal. Invisigal's issue is just beyond, is like beyond just a, hey, we can work on it together. It's legit a, you need help and I'm here to help you, so I won't kiss you, like type shit. As well, I feel like the narrative also pushes for Invisigal just like naturally, if that makes sense, because literally at the end of it, if Invisigal turns into a villain, then it paints you as the bad guy by saying you failed to redeem Invisigal. Ho, just because I didn't want to kiss her back in a locker room doesn't mean I failed her. It just means I'm taking responsibility. Even if, let's say, Robert did like Invisigal, it's to take responsibility that matters and teach her to like love, that it's not unhealthy. Because the only reason why she's doing all this is because Robert praised her. Like, was like, hey, good job. And then in her little mind, she's like, oh, I did a good job. Let me suck your dick. But like, you know, it's kind of like fucked up, you know? You know? I don't know how to word it. If you can word it better in the comments, thank you so much. But I really hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Now, hopes for season 2? 2 romance options. Those are my 3 picks. I hope that it's one of them. And honestly, people are gonna be like, oh no, what about Coop and Benevola? I'm gonna be so for real. I don't see it. I don't really see it, bro. Like, my hat! Oh, I'm bald. I don't really see it because I think it's like kind of not retarded. More Gooner bait again. It just feels like Gooner bait. That's what Blonde Blazer and Bisgal felt like. It really felt like Gooner bait. Whoa. Yeah, I felt Blonde Blazer was more reasonable though. I do admit. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, Invisigal was definitely like some kind of Gooner bait because it's like, oh, I could fix her. No, bitch. You could fix her as a mentor, not as a romantic partner, bro. That's the whole point. Piss me off again. But yeah, fuck! Oh my god. But yeah, that's why I think, those 3 were pretty good. Personally, from those 3, I think I'd choose Flambe. I feel like we'd have the most chemistry with Flambe, and I think it'd be really interesting to see their character development. And shit like that. I'm glad we're getting a second season too, because the popularity of this game, and honestly, despite all of its criticisms, despite all of its flaws that it may have, I think it's a wonderful game. And you might hate it, or you may not like the narrative or the gameplay. It's, oh my god, I didn't even get into the gameplay. Okay, so let's go quickly on that. So the game, am I going here? Oh wow, it's a wall. Never mind, actually. I could try to, can I climb up here? Okay. The gameplay itself, I think, is pretty neat. Oh. I think, and as well, it actually correlates to the outside, like, world in a way. I think it's fast-paced. I think it's rapid. It, honestly, hear me out, it reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies. The way you need to stay active. Even if you're not doing anything, you still need to be looking at the screen and making sure a zombie isn't finished eating a walnut, or a big, I'm not gonna say that, a big zombie guy, is popping out of nowhere, and then you need to, like, take away your sunflowers and start, like, bombing the crap out of that motherfucker, just so he can die. I feel like that's what the game is. You need to be attentive. You are literally a dispatcher. When a problem arises, you dispatch a person over there that you think is best, and then you go over here and see that, then you have to hack into something, and then for a second you have to wait. But you have to be vigilant. If I said that right. And then I really like that about the gameplay. It just felt so engaging. And not to mention, that's where some awesome ass character moments come from. Like with Waterboy saying phenomenal. It's like, is this one having a stroke? I think it's really funny. As like, and seeing the interactions between them too, especially during the sabotage thing, you'd see them get hurt, and then they just like kind of bitch at each other, and I think it's really funny. As well, like not Robert. No. As well, Robert like literally being like, what do I call this? not Robert, fucking Flambe getting tricked to go into a water tube, a water like container, because Prism tricked him by saying, "Hey, they said it was an anxiety reducing chamber." And I think it was really kind of I thought it was kind of funny. I think it was really silly. As well, like during the apocalypse, not the apocalypse, LA takeover from either Sonar or Coop, depending on who you decided to let go. Yet again, fucking stupid. I fucking hate that. Why the fuck we need to let go of someone when the whole point is redemption? We didn't. It's not like we even made space for somebody. This was just a plot point. This is just to push the story forward. Anyways, I digress. Back to the thing. Um, you could even hear like if Waterboy was captured, depending on who you send, they'll give their own unique dialogue, being like, "Don't worry, I'll save you." Like, let's get that water, bitch. Like, I don't know exactly what they said. I low-key forgot. However, meteor shower. Watch this guy and take cover. I'm covered. But yeah, the game felt real. It didn't, despite the demon lady, despite the bat motherfucker, despite the non-binary, I'm joking, but despite all that, it really felt real. It felt like you were really interacting with them. They felt like actual people. As well, the scene where they started giving their actual names, like Courtney and Manevola. Oh my god, okay, fun fact actually. So Manevola's voice actor, her stepdad unfortunately passed away. Um, I don't know when, probably during the making of this game. So there's a dialogue of her character Madevola saying, "My name is Madevola. Fuck you. Okay, my god. Madevola." And then she says her last name, Gibbs, which is actually her stepdad's last name. And I think that was very, very sweet. Like knowing that information, that alone shows that the people making this game let the voice actors work on their characters too. Moist Critical's character, I 100% believe that he probably said something funny in the studio and they were like, "We like that. Let's put that in the game." And they really just had fun with it. You can see they're having fun with it. Punch Up's like ability to just punch dicks. Yo, bro, when the green guy with his dong out and Punch Up came into the room, I was like, "Hey, what is this little bitch gonna do?" And punches him. It was awesome. I love that. I love that for Punch Up. And then Flambe's like character, like the little song that they did, like, "My name is Robert, I'm a bitch, my name is Robert, who's that bitch?" Like, it just felt real. It felt interactive. It felt fun. It was like if you were hanging out with your friends and y'all were just making fun of each other. Y'all are dissing each other because you're the water boy of the group. Or that like you and like the sonar versions are just like just eating twinks. Yeah, you need that twink. It's just nice. And it reminded me of a time when Telltale was still a thing, was still up and running. I watched somebody play all of the Walking Dead games because they were just so intriguing and I loved them so much. Seeing the characters interact with each other, seeing Clementine feel protected by her mentor and shit like that. And CEO office, who? Holy fuck. And I thought it was really lovely. And after Clementine's like, I forgot his name, Will? Not Will. Whatever now. But after he like dies and stuff, and seeing Clementine get sad, it was emotional. It had an impact, and I loved that. And that's what I feel here. You feel for these characters. You feel that they're real individuals, and they're talking to you, and they're like, you are their mentor. And during that bar fight, you're like, holy shit, Prism, watch out. And then she's like, yeah, blindness be upon us. Like, and then you see like literally, I don't know who fucking bit whose finger off, low-key. You see Invisigal help you out. You see Sonar. They're just, and the way that Robert goes up to Sonar and it's like, "Hey, like, how are you doing?" And then like Sonar's like, "Yo, bro, thank you for not like letting me go, bro. Like, it's awesome." And seeing their different personalities, cause even okay, example, between Sonar and Coop, those are the people that you were able to take away. So basically, in that bar scene, you would see Coop throwing up a storm because no, she's not throwing up a storm. She's actually drinking hella, and she's playing at the dart table. not the dart table, the dart wall. And then she goes up to Robert. She's drunk as hell, and she's like, Robert, if you ever need someone dead, just call me. And Robert's like, I will consider that. And I think that's really funny. Like, I think it's really cute. And then Sonar is like, yo, Robert, thank you so much for not, like, letting me go. It's, like, awesome. Like, thank you. And it's like, yo, bro, yeah, don't worry about it. And then another scene was where they're all, like, after the bar fight, depending on who you let go, Prism would see Coop literally slash her arm open to put blood on her tacos, while Sonar is just kills a cockroach nearby and put it in his taco. It's those little character details that make you say, huh, they really thought about this. I wish they explained Coop's blood thing more. I would like an answer to that, low-key. But yet again, it's something that you see within the character, and I think it's really nice. And I hope we see more of that in season 2. Now, back to the thing. Do I think this is a bad game because of its cons? No. I actually think it's a wonderful game, despite of its cons. You're never going to get something perfect out of a game. You're never going to get something perfect out of a TV show. You're never going to get anything perfect out of anything. But it's what it does right that really sticks. The characters, the gameplay, everything else, sure, it's a nuisance, but I don't think Dispatch is a terrible game. Considering what is going on with AI, oh my god, fucking husband. Considering what's going on with AI, trying to be the best it can just so it can replicate games, just so it could be perfect. I actually, wait, sit down. Ooh. Just so it can be perfect. I truly believe that it's not a responsibility, not a duty, but in our best interest to support games despite certain flaws. I'm gonna bring up an example that I hate with a passion. I do not like this show. I think it's fucking stupid. And that would be Hazbin Hotel. I think the story's bad. I think the characters can be flat. I think there's complete character annihilations as well. I do not like Hazbin Hotel or Hell of a Boss. But I have to give credit where credit's due. This is somebody who literally released an indie pilot like a good 10 years ago and got like her show up in the air. And I respect that. And then the art is amazing. I think the character designs are pretty cool at times too. Some character moments are awesome as well. And as much as I don't like this show, I gotta give it credit because it was passion that made it. And I see that with Dispatch. And I hope in season 2 I see that again. But I'll leave you with this. I think as creators, as artists, as people who engage with media, we shouldn't strive for perfection, but strive for something that we can get by. And I can get by the idea of redemption, cool-ass, kick-ass characters, and Yuri.